In this video, we're gonna make a super simple cinnamon roll recipe that has the same macros as a protein bar. These are delicious. You can get 4 cinnamon rolls out of it, and it's super easy to prepare and make. So the recipe I'm doing makes 4 of these bad boys, 4 of these cinnamon rolls. Each cinnamon roll has about 129 calories and 11 grams of protein, so very similar macros to a protein bar. So you want powdered erythritol, or this erythritol allulose blend by Swerve. This comes pre-powdered. You can order it pre-powdered, or if you don't have it powdered, you can put it in a blender. And then I recommend getting a brown sugar. There's a Lakanto monk fruit version of this. I'm just using the Swerve version. This is an allulose erythritol blend. Either all erythritol or monk fruit would also work, but this has a nice texture, which is very similar to regular brown sugar. Those are gonna be for the toppings. And the main ingredient is gonna be a protein buttermilk pancake mix, such as by Kodiak. So we're gonna use, I've used it with Kodiak. I've also used the Good and Gather, which is the Target brand. We're gonna have links to a lot of these, Amazon affiliate links to a lot of these in the description. And then we're also gonna use Fage Greek yogurt, 0 fat. So Fage 0 fat, I think, has the best macros of the Greek yogurts, but a 0 fat Greek yogurt will work. Okay, so for our protein pancake mix, which is half a cup, it is 15 grams of protein each. We're using the Good and Gather, but this is very similar to the macros of more popular Kodiak mix. Links in the description. We're gonna use 1 cup, right? So 2 servings. That's gonna add about 410 calories and 30 grams of protein. So we're gonna use 1 measuring cup. For those people that love to use scales, that's 122 grams on the scale of the protein pancake buttermilk mix. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is gonna add 5/8 cup of Greek yogurt. Fage. So stir it up. If it's not stirred, this one is holding together because it's a new one. And we're gonna put 5/8 a cup inside. Okay, so that looks like about 5/8 of a cup. That's half a cup plus half of a quarter cup. And in terms of grams, that's about 150 grams of Fage Greek yogurt. So that's just under a normal serving. The normal serving is going to add about 18 grams of protein. So this batch will make 4. You're going to stir this until it gets into a clump, and you're going to probably want to wash your hands and then roll it out after that. And if you got some extra dry mix on the bottom, you can use that to get your rolling surface ready. These silicone pads are great for baking and rolling things out. And don't have a rolling pin, you could use the butter spray, but I do have a rolling pin, so we'll try that. And you could put a little butter spray on here if you need that to get it to not stick to the thing, because we're going to use the butter spray to get the sugar mixture to stick to the rolled out dough. So, is there a certain shape you need to make the dough? Not necessarily. I'd say maybe a 1/4 inch thick, maybe 1/2 centimeter thick dough. And then we're gonna put the butter spray on. And next up is make the mix. Oh, we will need cinnamon. So I guess I said there were 4 ingredients. Here's a 5th, here's cinnamon. And we're gonna put the cinnamon in a mixing bowl. And we're gonna add like a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I think that comes out to be about 16 grams. We should probably do it. And we're gonna put that in the middle here. And we're gonna add a lot of cinnamon, maybe a teaspoon, maybe 3 grams, who knows, as you like it. We're gonna have a lot of cinnamon because it's a cinnamon roll. You want the cinnamon taste. So we're just gonna dash our cinnamon in here. And then we're gonna put it on the dough, which has the butter spray on it, so it will stick. So we're not really adding any calories with the butter spray. We're not adding any calories with the cinnamon mixture, cinnamon sugar, brown sugar mixture. So it's really just the dough itself is adding the protein and calories. The dough mixture with the Greek yogurt. And then you just roll it. So I'm gonna roll it. That's what makes it a cinnamon roll. And then once we have a roll here, see, we got a roll, then we can cut it. But let's first get something to put it in. All right, I like to bake with the parchment paper. We're gonna cut off a piece of parchment paper. If you crumple up the parchment paper, it fits on the pan better. So we got our pan ready, and we're gonna put our roll in the pan. So we just need a butter knife or a knife, and we're gonna just cut it into pieces. So here, looks like we were actually cutting it. So I said it made 4. We'll make this end piece that kind of goes over. We're gonna put that into one roll. So for the end piece, if you don't roll it out perfectly, then it kind of a bit odd shape. So we put that in there. So that's our odd shaped ones, and the other ones look very much like cinnamon rolls. We have 4. Go. And then we're going to put the rest of the brown sugar mixture on top, what we have left. And if we think we get bad ratio of brown sugar to cinnamon, we'll put a little more cinnamon on top. Okay, and then we pop it in the oven. So we're going to want to bake these at 350 degrees. For 30 minutes. Okay, now for the icing, while we're waiting for it to cook, we're just gonna put the confectioner's sugar in a bowl. About 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar should be more than sufficient. And this is the non-nutritive sweetener, confectioner sugar. So this is powdered erythritol or allulose. Would probably work the best. And we'll put like less than a tablespoon of water in there, just a little at a time. You don't want to overdo it. If you overdo it, you've got a drizzle. If you underdo it, then you've got, you need to put a little bit more in. Right, so if it's a little thicker, then it'll come out white and stick to it really well and look really good in the fridge after you've stored it, because you're probably not going to want to eat it all at once. And then you won't want to eat every cinnamon roll at once, but they are pretty good. And then, so it's too thick here, so I put a little bit more water in. The key is just put a little water at a time. If you don't want to use water, it'll be a little better if you use unsweetened almond milk. That'll add a few calories, but not that much, not appreciably, so you can do that. So it just depends if what you're interested in. You might want to add a dash of salt right here. We'll try that, just for flavor. A little pinch of salt, not even a pinch, just a few grains. So much of what we think of like butter's flavor is just salt, and salt has no calories, so we're not worried about that. So this is a bit thick. We'll put a little bit more water. And we could make more of this mixture, less of this mixture. So yeah, now it's a little thin. Another spoon to get it off the other spoon. But this is, we're getting to about the right consistency that we want. Okay, so we got the cinnamon rolls here. We're going to ice them. Here's the icing. Put a little on top. They've cooled down. It's easier if they've cooled down. You make as much icing as you want. Ice it a quarter cup, but you know, third, half cup, whatever you want of the erythritol powdered sugar, allulose powdered. Then put it on there as you enjoy it. And there you've got your cinnamon rolls. And you can eat and enjoy or chill. Subscribe. I want to thank Remington James for giving me the idea to use the Kodiak mix to make the cinnamon rolls. Well, it's not entirely like his recipe. It was a great idea.